London's craziest gangster and me, Mr. Fish, keeper of the Dead Man Bible, where all the rules of society are thrown, tossed and washed away. I'm the man standing on the pavement, riding on the bus, sitting on the train, looking at all you people. Oh yeah, you. Thinking, what's it like to be you? Now, I've got so many shouts out. Here we go. Dave and Steve, Keegan from South Africa, Dak from South Africa, Brenda from South Africa, Little Charlie, which I believe, and David Price. Now, David Price and Charlie, they go to school. I'm sure they were going to the proms. They look like James Bond, Clark. So, look, today, I've been off it. You know, today, I'm angry today because yesterday I went to a pub called the Elgin in Ladbroke Grove, yeah, and I'm sitting in the pub in Ladbroke, honestly, and I'm laughing. So there's no one really in the pub, yeah, and I'm laughing. And Crash, a very good man, young man of mine, mate of mine, who's very influential, up the top, makes these other gangsters like walk around the park, yeah. He went to go and buy another round. And then he went to buy a round. I remember the bar staff said, "Oh, is that your mate?" No, I was wearing a baseball cap and a t-shirt because I just come out of the gym, you know. And my mate said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you tell him to stop laughing because some customers don't like it?" But wait a minute. I was outside, outside the pub, the Elgin pub in Ladbroke Grove. Like, mate, if you can swerve it, swerve it. I was outside, yeah, and the Crash, mate, there was no one there, so like laughing. You are complaining, or people that someone's laughing in a pub. I mean, that's what pubs are for. I mean, I've been in the security game 40 years. I've done everything, stars, raves, retail, everything you can do with security. I've never kicked anyone out for laughing. Is that ridiculous or what? So this morning I had to go down there and I had to tell them about myself. I can't do it here. I want to put a video up, but people would never talk to me again, you know what I'm saying? But Angelo De Bono and his girlfriend, Nikki, is it? Anyway, Angelo, if I got the girlfriend name wrong, I apologize. Anyway, Crash. We're on the Prison Vibe now. So we've done Wandsworth, we've done Colney, we've done the Mount, and now we're going to Wellingborough. Now, Wellingborough, yeah. Wellingborough, yeah. Wellingborough was a funny nick. Now, Wellingborough, I'm talking about the Wellingborough before the new Wellingborough, yeah. Before the new Wellingborough has been done. So I'm talking about the old Wellingborough. Now they've rebuilt it. It's in Northamptonshire, okay? And the thing about Wellingborough was it was a nick which the prisoners controlled and not the staff, if you understand. And the reason for that was Wellingborough at that time was about to close down, so the staff morale was low. No one really cared what happened to it. Staff was, I think, minimum starving. The prisoners kind of done what they would. And Crash House, your fault. So anyway, I got to Wellingborough, and I met a very good friend of mine called Ben Weisner. Now, Ben was one of my getaway drivers on the Great Trent Road, but Ben was also the man that drove the Range Rover into the shop. The shop was green, yeah. Coffee, not. But anyway, now, Ben, when I got nicked, he got nicked for another, remember, stump, no grass, but he got nicked on another bit of work, yeah. And so he was in Swellside with me, then he left Swellside before me. And then when I got to Wellingborough, yeah, Crash, Ben was there. Now, Ben happened to have a very good, a very well-made a Rolex or Robert Wheel watch. And And when I got to Wellingborough, I said, hello, mate. He said, Fish, how are you? I said, sweet. I said, where's your watch? He goes, they took it off me. I said, Ben, who took it off me? Yeah? You remember, yeah? Listen, my boys and my family, man. My boys and my family, baby. Listen. Yeah? If I'm around someone, yeah? Listen, you want to take it off me? Listen, you ain't taking it off me anyway, man. You ain't taking my mate's watch. It's not happening. Anyway, so crash. I said, who took it off? Yeah? And so Ben said, oh, they. So I said, right, go and get it back, yeah? He said, I can't. They got too much power. So crash, what I've done, I've gone right. So I've got him each morning, yeah? And I've gone right. We're going training, yeah? So we're training. Every day I trained Ben for 6 weeks, yeah? 6 weeks I trained Ben. And then crash, after 6 weeks, I'm in a cell there next to the person that took his watch. There's 4 of them in there. I said, right, Ben, go in there and get your watch back. He said, I can't, there's too much power. So I got the telly, the prison telly. I smashed it on the floor. I got the shroud of glass. I said, listen, Ben, if you don't go in there, yeah, and get your watch back, I will stab you myself. So he had the choice. I stabbed the hell out of him, or he got against him. So he went in there. I went out. Remember, I've trained him for 6 weeks. I went, crack, one more. And he come back with a watch. All right, mate, I don't do power. I don't do power, man. So, yeah, oh, mate, I love too much power. Mate, but he got the watch back. Man, and me and the fellas, they took it. We became good friends. But Wellingborough was a funny nick. Yeah, like I just said to you, in Wellingborough there was no control and stuff. And just to show you how bad it was, in Wellingborough there was a fight on the yard. And remember, I always told you, I'm the one like that would always try and stop the trouble. But because as I just told you, morale was low amongst the staff. There was no control. Now listen to this. Listen to this now, mate. As I've told you, I've been to many prisons all over the country. Really? And I've seen many fights on the yard. And as I've told you some of my stories have been fighting. But I have never heard trust me, please. Trust. Listen, I have never, ever seen a fight on the prison yard where one prisoner is using a champagne Magnum bottle as a tool. Where the fuck do you, come on, ladies and gentlemen, where do you get, a champagne Magnum bottle in a prison? Where'd you get it? You don't get it. You never get a champagne Magnum bottle in a prison yard, in a prison fight. It's impossible, you don't get it. So crash, the prison officers didn't want to get involved, so I've had to get involved to break up the fight, So anyway, broke it. Another funny thing went around. Another funny thing happened went around. I told you I used to be an induction. And this is why I think the boys always loved me when any prison I went. Because crash, while I'm at Wellingborough, I'm doing induction. And crash, I'm telling the inmates, look, when you have sorry, but when you have your phone, yeah? When you have your phone, yeah? Make sure you can control it, yeah? So don't be using your phone, yeah? Don't be using your phone. Two phones. Don't be using your phone, yeah? For, in the daytime, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, the officers come around and then they nick you, you know what I mean? So control your phone, like, use it at night, yeah? Or try and use it, like, or use it in association with make sure people outside the door, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, use your brain, don't just be on it 24/7. But one day, yeah, I'm doing induction. Crowd. And I'm doing the induction, yeah. Bar, yeah. So it's about, I don't know, 13, all there. I've got to tell them about the induction means. So I welcome you to the prison. I'll tell you about the prison regime, how it runs. I'll tell you how to keep safe, and how you should treat the officers, and how to treat each other, how to avoid fights and getting into debt. I do the whole game, yeah. And as I'm telling them, I had my phone out, so I went, look, boys, we've all got phones, and I put it down on a book. Now, as most prisoners know, you get nicked with a mobile, you go straight down the block, and you get a big fine, or they keep you down there for 14 days, you know, and then they take the phone. So, boy, as I'm saying to the boys, look, we've all got phones, mate. Crash, a prison officer comes in. So lucky, because they had it on the book, I just shut the book. Oh, mate, I swear down, when that prison officer, yeah, walked out of that room, listen, everyone was on the floor. I mean, we used that was close. Oh, that was too close, yeah. That weren't close. That was too close. Yeah, me cry. So, boss, now, I've got my blowy, yeah, social media one, yeah, and, you know, you can download porn in it, yeah. So, Crash, yeah, I'm downloading the porn, yeah. So that night, I'm going, for London, you know, cry, oh, hang on, 2 hands. And all of a sudden, yeah, the door's gone crash. It's about, like, 12 o'clock at night, the door's gone crash. They've rushed in, because obviously, you know, for those who haven't been in prison, sometimes they walk around the landing at night, like in Plinsold, barefoot, you hear me? Like SAS, with the wand, they call it the wand, but what it was, the wand can pick up a phone signal, yeah? Picks up the mobile phone signal. So what happened was, it was picking up the mobile phone signal, yeah? And Crash, they've all boom, the door's gone, oh man, mate, for London, you know. And they come and they took the phone, but being gay, I think what happened? It had gay porn on it, yeah? So, like, they went, oh my God, absolutely disgusted. Phil. And so, Crash, they've nicked me. So the next morning, I've had to go for adjudication, yeah? And I've got an adjudication. But what is it? See, this is what I'm saying to you people. You know? It's not all about, you know what I mean, fistcuffs and all. Sometimes, yeah, you have to use the brains, baby. The brain. So Crash, he goes, right, is that your phone? Right, Fish, you got caught with a phone. He said, yeah. He said, how do you get a phone? So I said, well, sir, one of the prisoners that have left now, I said, one of the prisoners that have left now has, he had an incident where he was raped. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone who's thinking about going to prison, do me a favor. If you ever bang up with a prisoner, especially a big white prisoner, a big Asian prisoner, a big black prisoner, a big prisoner, yeah, who's doing life sentencing, and he gets to see you, yeah, and he tells you, yeah, you know, like when you get a chair, yeah, you know, in you know, in prison, you get the chairs like the old chair, with a thing. So here, like the old school chairs, so you got a bit of metal, you got a bit of metal at the. So you got a bit of metal there, then you got the wood. You know the old school chairs. Then you got, and so he turned around and he said to this Asian guy, "I bet you can't. Yeah, I bet you can't get between the metal and the chair." And the Asian guy said, "Oh yes, I can, being a prison virgin." Yeah. So he's got in and crashed. He's like that on the chair, but see, so you go. Oh. Shit, I'm trying to get this thing to sit. I don't know if it can. Mate, yeah. So he's got in, yeah, and he's like that. I can't really see because of the sun. He's like that, yeah. Right, and what's happened? You get stuck. You get stuck between the metal and the wood, so you can't get out. And then your trousers get pulled down. Yeah, your trousers get pulled down, and then they bum you. Yeah. You know, never happened to me. I'm gutted. Mate, I said, forget the chair, let's just do it. How's your father? I'm back the chair, let's just get it on, baby. But anyway, for you prison virgins, if anyone ever says to you, "Oh, I bet you can't get in the gap between the chair and the wood," just say, "I bet I can't." You want to save your ass, save your ass. Yeah, I haven't got my other glasses, but as I told you, it's time to see the eyes. Because the eyes don't lie, but it's hot days, I want to keep the sunglasses. So crash it out to your father. Boss, yeah. I said, well, man, I said, cry. So this prisoner got raped. His mum and dad brought him a phone. I said to him, ring him and keep it chair. And when he left, he gave me the phone. Damage limitation, baby. Now, the problem Wellingborough had with me was, as I told you, when I went to Wellingborough, the prison staff was on low morale. There were fights and everything. And this is what I'm trying to tell you about when I talk about controlling the prison, but in a different way. Because I do the induction, normally, if the prison officer do an induction, what would happen? The prison officer put you anywhere. They don't give a shit about you. They just put you anywhere, blah, blah, blah. But when I do induction, if you come from there, if you come from somewhere and you got mates on the wing and you want to go with your mates, what I will do, I will try and put you on the wing that you want to be on, yeah? So you're with all your pals, so that way everyone's cushy, yeah? And, you know, so everyone was happy, don't you get it? When you have a prison like an induction like that, who can liaise with the staff and liaise with the prison, everyone's cool, yeah? So that's why everyone loved the fish in induction, no matter what prison I went, because I'd always try and get everyone to be as happy as they can, so that made their bird as easy as they can. And also, if you couldn't, if you were a prison virgin, then anyone in Nicks will tell you, no matter what Nick I go, what I've done, I'll put all the prison virgins in a corner, you know, like if you're weak or vulnerable, and they'd all be in a corner, and then what I would do, I would make sure everyone knew they're with me, fuck off and leave them alone. Let them just get their bird done, you know what I'm saying? Crash, yeah? I'm not into all that, you know, because normally, if you didn't have someone like that, then everyone would get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Crash, you understand? So, boss. So that's why everyone loved me. We got, you know, when I was induction, yeah, the wing would be happy. And secondly, you know, everyone was banged up, I'd be out. And when I was out, I'd have to run all the errands for the boys and do this and pass that to him. And, you know, old fish can come to the fores. They call me when they're all banged up on a Sunday. You get banged up very early on the weekend. Yeah. You get banged up about 4:30, crash. And so everyone would call the fish because they know I'd be out. Fish! You hear it through the cell door. Fish! Fish! And I go, what, who's that? Oh, yeah, Gilly, who was in Lewis. Gilly, or fucking, well, Buttergy was out with me. Or Swellside. Ray Campbell. Fish! Fish! Anyway, all of them, yeah? And I run all the errands. And make sure, if they couldn't get out, then I make sure I go and get their parcel or send a note to that one or, mate, it was hard work. But sometimes, induction, there were some times when it can sort of go wrong. And so, like, one day I had a white guy, yeah? And the white guy got nicked for an ounce of coke, right? Now, this is what I'm talking about, especially today, and you drug dealers out, and the young drug dealers. Listen very carefully for what I'm about to tell you, because this is what I'm saying. No brains, yeah? Now, he gets nicked for an ounce of coke. But the thing is, he got 18 years. I'm like, why are you getting 18 years for an ounce of coke? Like, come on, mate. Crap. You know what he told me? Oh, yeah, well, he came in, I'm doing 18 years. He came in all, I was why? He goes, I had an ounce of coke and I stabbed a policeman. And I was like, well, crap. You got nicked with an ounce of coke, yeah? And now, yeah, you're stabbing a policeman? Like, hello? Listen, what's an hour of coke? 2 years? Yeah? Now you stabbed a policeman, it's 18 years, yeah? So anyway, he's coming, but we was in Swellside. And I told you, Swellside's a naughty nick, yeah? And this is why I want to talk to you kids all about hurting police, stabbing police, shooting police. This is what I'm trying to warn you, yeah? Listen to it. So the guy came into prison, yeah? And I had him on the induction wing, which was E-wings. Now, what it is with some people, see, this is why I say I'm good, man. I will watch people. Before I move anyone anywhere, I'll interact with them, talk to them. I like to see what they're about because, sometimes some wings, listen, sometimes some wings, yeah. Some wing, see some wing, yeah. They're on it, yeah. Now, Gaza, Benghazi. Oi, they're on it, yeah. So sometimes, yeah, you can't put certain people on them because, So this guy was a white guy. He was about 18, 21, and he wanted to go on the Muslim wing in Swellside. Remember the Muslim wing in Swellside? So, but where it was, so I looked at the guy, but see with me as well, when you come into a prison, you crash, what happens is, before I put you on a wing, I will go and see the people that you want to go on the wing with to check that they're okay to come on the wing, you get me? See, that's what I'm saying, I run the Crown right, baby. Yeah, I run it right. The Crown, when you represent the Crown, I make sure I'm sweet. That's why I say I control the prison. Not in a bad way. That's why I love the fish doing induction. Because the fish was a good man. And so Crash, how's your father, yeah? I went to the Muslims and I said to Muslims, look, there's this guy, he's come on, he wants to join you. Can I let him on? And I said to a few of them, Mus, how are ya? Gangster, boss, try. Yeah, remember Mus? Oh, on it, so you know the rules. Crap. So what's happening, yeah? I got him, I said, do me a favor. So something just told me about this kid, He ain't been nicked before. He got in an ounce of coke. He stabbed a copper. He's doing 18. Something just told me. So I said to my Muslim pals, I said, do me a favor. Look after this kid for me because something just told me. And you got to remember, Swellside's all single cells, yeah? So anyway, I put him on there. I thought he was happy. He was going to prayer and all that. Next minute, he's hung himself in his cell. And this is what I'm trying to tell you people, yeah? Mate, anybody, man, woman, adults, youngsters, mate, know what you're doing before you want to fucking stab police. Know what you're doing before you want to hurt police. Know what you're doing before you want to take the police off. Because that's where it ends, on an 18-year-old sentence, and you can't do it, and then you want to hang yourself, self-harm, put yourself on down the block or on the numbers because you can't handle normal wing. Come on, mate. Know what you're doing, yeah? All the bad, well, yeah, I've done a copper. Oh, yeah, I hurt a policeman. Listen, all that bad boy bollocks goes out the window when you're serving an 18-year sentence, yeah? That's all out the fucking window. 18 years, 20 years, people hang themselves, yeah? And he was going on like, right, but yeah, I stabbed the copper. He thought it was a big deal. Next minute, he's hung himself, innit? Come on, man. Know your game. Know what you're doing, yeah? Because you know what? No one seems to tell you about this side of the story, yeah? Crap. No one's telling you about the reality. You know how many people hang themselves, self-harm, all because they've stabbed a policeman when they don't fucking need to stab a policeman. Come on, use your brains, man. So anyway, he hung himself now. So I crashed now, yeah? I'm in Wellingborough now. And, crash. This guy, and this is what I'm saying. It's about brains. So this guy one day, I'm in Wellingborough, and he calls me and he says, I said, what's up, son? He said, oh, I'm going, I can see, he's walking the landings, and I can see he's got the right hump, yeah? So I'm like, what's up, son? He said, oh, mummy, my dad died, and they won't let me go to the funeral, yeah? So I've gone, okay, so I'm going to fucking smash the fucking setup. These cunts, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, yeah? I mean, mate, calm down, sit down. I might have told you this story in another podcast, because it happened in Wellingborough, and we're talking about Wellingborough. And so, Crash, how's your father? I said, sit down, son. I said, you see when somebody dies, anybody, yeah? Anybody, you don't always have to go to the funeral to see them put in the ground. No, when someone dies, you keep them here and here, yeah? You don't have to see them, put in the ground, yeah? So Crash, I said, mate, your dad, and also, what I'm saying to some people, sometimes, like me, I don't always like to see, yeah, Crash, I don't always like to see, yeah, the body in the casket. Mate, like people say it brings closure. But for me, I like to remember them as they were alive rather than seeing them dead to bring closure. Does that make sense to you? And so I said to the kid, look, mate, your dad and memories of your dad is here and here in the mind, yeah? So anyway, I was doing a good speech. I said, come on in, kid. Let's smash this setup, baby. Crash, ball. Let's smash this up. He went, nah. He went, nah, I'm all right now. You see, it's just about talking. It's about understanding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Education. Yeah. Just about having someone to talk to. Yeah. So anyway, we went in. Big John, how are you? Ahmed. Oh, Wellingborough. Gumbo. Love Gumbo from Fulham. Absolute loon. Crazy. But you know what? I love Gumbo more than I love myself. Gee. You just got off his nut. Anyway, so anyway, one day now, Crash. I'm walking out, and there was this lifer, and this is what I'm saying, yeah. Sometimes, people become bullies, you know what I'm saying? And this lifer, he had glasses, he was a big lump, and he was a bully, yeah? And he was a bully. And so what happened, yeah, Crash, he was bullying someone else, yeah? And so Crash, I have got to sort out. So, but I don't know why I can't remember his fight too well. Most fights I remember. But he something to me, he said something to me, and so I've gone crash, yeah? Bosh, yeah? It's on. We're rolling, yeah. We're rolling, baby. And Bosh, So that's all good. So anyways, prison officers hit the alarm. We've gone down the block. But you see, the thing was, big, I've just jumped the gun there, and right? Okay. The thing was, because I was the induction and kept the wing. They nicked me back, you know, like they let me out, and they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother adjudicate me. They just shipped me out to another prison. You know what I mean? Because Crash, they look, they knew the wing, the prison, the whole prison was peaceful and was controlled because I kept everyone together and sort it out. But I did jump the gun there. When I got nicked for the mobile, like I told you, when I got nicked, what I forgot to tell you, on the adjudication, because I kept the whole nick, because I kept the whole nick together, yeah, they had a problem with me. And the problem was, if we get rid of fish, like with the fight, they had a problem. If we get rid of fish, or if we find the whole wing, everything goes to pieces. This guy, and I was the violent reduction rep, I was the introduction rep, I was everything, yeah. I was everything, yeah. So Crash How's your father, boss, I kept the whole nick together. And so because of that, yeah, that's why they didn't want to get rid of me. Does that make sense to you? And Crash, yeah, and Crash, that's why every nick I went to, and every that's why they loved the fish, right? Because the fish kept control. Mate, I'm recording at the moment. I've got a guy who wants to talk to me, but I'm recording. You just have to watch. So Crash How's your father, yeah? That was why, like, no prison ever want to get rid of the fish, because the fish kept everyone together. He kept everyone happy. He kept everyone, he kept, the prison officers were happy, the cons were happy, and so nobody wanted to, to get rid of the fish. And so Wellingborough, yeah, and so it was mad Wellingborough. It was just a crazy, but the nick was, like I said, the staff was low morale. They didn't really care. There's a new prison being built there in its place, and so Crash How's your father. Everyone just did it. Everyone did what they want. Mate, I'm in the pub. Everyone's saying hello, goodbye.